One of the greatest comeback stories in the history of Test cricket was scripted at the Oval in London on Monday evening. India came from behind to defeat England by 157 runs and ended a 50-year-long wait for a win at the Oval. England were looking solid after a 100-run opening partnership, but then India ran through the innings, capturing all the 10 wickets on the fifth day to take a 2-1 lead in the series. Hello everyone, welcome to News 9. I am Radhika, and to discuss the sensational fourth Test match between England and India, I have with me cricket data analyst Nikhil Narayan. Hi Nikhil, how are you?
Hi Radhika, I'm good, thank you.
Nikhil, India won by 157 runs, and especially after a long wait of 50 years. India did a comeback, a sensational comeback after conceding 99 runs in the first innings. What do you have to say about this?
Yes, it was a great win.
Right.
As you said, it was great because we conceded a 99-run first innings lead. Only thrice in India's cricketing history have we conceded more than 99 runs in the first innings and still won a test match. So also it was India's only second away win after they have scored less than 200 runs in the first innings. So quite remarkable, quite stunning on a placid oval pitch on the last day. What the bowlers did, Bumrah, Jadeja, absolutely an amazing win. Only the second win at the Oval in 14 attempts, first in 50 years after the historic 71 win. A great day for Indian cricket, yes.
Right. Nikhil, undoubtedly, India did a commendable job. But don't you think that England was in too much pressure on the fifth day? You know, their openers were looking fantastic, but gradually the team just crumbled. Why do you think that happened?
See, England have a recent history of crumbling under pressure. It happened against Ireland at Lord's, against India at Nottingham in 2018, in Auckland, against the West Indies in the Caribbean. What is happening is that England have focused on their limited overs cricket in the last 3 or 4 years. They've become brilliant in one-day cricket. They won the 2019 World Cup. They've also become excellent T20 team, and they're one of the favourites to win the T20 World Cup in the UAE. But they've neglected the game traditionally which they started, which is Test cricket. And therefore, they don't have batsmen of pedigree in Test cricket. They only have one world-class player, Joe Root. If you don't have batsmen of pedigree in Test cricket, these collapses, you will crumble against good quality attacks. That's exactly what is happening with England in Test cricket in the last few years.
Right. Nikhil, let's talk about our national treasure, Jasprit Bumrah, and his magical spell on day 5. What do you think that, what kind of power just came into Bumrah and his spell?
Yes, so before the match started on day 5, everyone was talking about Jadeja and the rough. There was another way India could win this match, and no one was talking about it. It was if their fast bowlers exploited the old ball and swung and got reverse swing. No one expected Jasprit Bumrah to deliver that spell he did. The spell, it was like a tennis score, 6-3, 6-2. Basically, it was 6 overs, 3 maidens, 6 runs, and 2 big wickets. The way he got, Ollie Pope bowled, nipping in off the seam, then he yorked Johnny Bairstow with an in-swinging yorker. I mean, it was just a brilliant, devastating spell. Also, his control, he was phenomenally economical, not conceding even, less than 2 runs per over. I mean, it is the pressure he created. The trick was to bowl a fuller length. He bowled a fuller length. He bowled into the England's batsmen's bodies. He got the ball to in-swing conventionally, also to reverse, and that led to England's downfall.
Undoubtedly, Nikhil. Nikhil, I remember Moeen Ali at day 4 stumps. In an interview, he said that, Ravindra Jadeja can be a threat for us, for England. And I think Jadeja did prove that. Do you think?
Yes, I mean, Jadeja was always going to be a threat. See, remember what Kohli said at the toss. Kohli said that we are selecting Jadeja because Jadeja will trouble the left-handers because he'll pitch the ball in the rough. That's exactly how he got, Moeen Ali out himself. The ball pitched in the rough, took the edge of the bat, and, short leg caught him. So also the way he dismissed, Hasib Hamid, who was batting very well, that ball pitched in the rough outside the leg stump and then clipped the top off. Now, if that ball was delivered by any bowler in the Ashes, they would have called it a ball of the century. For me, that was the ball of the 22nd century. It was a great ball. So Jadeja was brilliant, again very restrictive, picking up 2 big wickets. He and Bumrah, won us the match on day 5.
Exactly, Nikhil. Nikhil, I think we have a lot of players to talk about now. Let's move to another player, Shardul Thakur. You know, Nikhil, what I believe that Shardul is not God-gifted batsman or a God-gifted bowler, but the kind of heart that he puts into the game, it is amazing. And the performance that he gave, especially with the bat and the ball, I think it was commendable.
Absolutely. Shardul is not a gifted cricketer, right? He is not a Ben Stokes. He's not a, he doesn't have that much talent, but he gives his 100%. He wants to win. That's a great temperament. He's a fighter.
The hard work,
and he just wants to win it for India. He will give it everything he has. Every iota he has, he will give it on the cricket field. And that's what you saw. I mean, his innings with the bat, he scored 57 of 36 balls in the first innings from 117 for 6. India could have been bowled out for less than 140, and then England would have got a 150 plus lead. Then the same result would not have happened. So, that innings was a brilliant innings by Shardul Thakur. Again, also in the second innings, 60 of 72 balls, when he joined Pant, India's lead was only 213. We needed a 280 plus lead. Because of his partnership with Pant, they took it to above 350. So, two great knocks, two great 50s. Also, in the first innings, he got Ollie Pope, who was the highest scorer of the England innings. In the second innings, he started the England's downfall by getting Rory Burns with a peach of a delivery. England had put up 100 on opening partnership, and then then he got the big wicket of Joe Root with a slower delivery. Joe Root trying to play his favorite dab shot to third man, but the slowness he played on. So this Shardul Thakur has the knack of breaking partnerships and scoring invaluable runs at critical junctures. He showed that in this match today, and for me, he was the man of the match. He was India's highest impact player of the match. Rohit also played, Rohit made a great century, but it was Shardul who was India's highest impact player of the match.
Exactly. Nikhil, you just mentioned Rohit, so let's definitely talk about Rohit. We all say him Rohit Sharma, and he was undoubtedly, he is the best batsman in the series right now, if I can say so.
Yes, absolutely.
And Nikhil, we always say that a player never goes off a class, and Rohit always proves it when there is a time, don't you think?
Absolutely. See, Rohit Sharma has, completely transformed himself as a test batsman since he first opened for India a couple of years ago against South Africa. The only thing missing from his CV was an overseas test 100.
Right.
He's achieved that at the Oval. His 100 basically, again, coming in the second innings, India was under a 99-run first innings deficit. We were under pressure. He batted brilliantly. He left balls outside the off stump. He was patient. He punished the loose balls. Again, put up a 50 partnership with KL Rahul, the third in the series. Put up a 150 plus partnership with Pujara. It completely transformed the match. Rohit Sharma is by far India's best batsman currently. Across formats, and one of the best batsmen in the world right now.
That's really huge what you said right now.
Yes.
Nikhil, let's talk about another player, that is Umesh Yadav. I think he also played amazingly well, and if I'm not wrong, I think it was his best bowling performance overseas. Exactly. What do you think about Umesh? What kind of comeback he showed in that match?
Yes, Umesh took 6 wickets in this match.
Right.
He's taken 7 at Melbourne, but as far as impact is concerned, this was his highest impact overseas performance ever. See, what he did was he triggered England's collapse in the first innings. He gave them the early jolt. He got Malan, he got Root, he got Overton in the first innings. Also, then he came up and polished off the tail in the second innings. So, Umesh has a great record since 2018. He has the best strike rate in the world for fast bowlers since 2018. That is quite stunning. And because he's been out of the side. But the thing about Umesh is that he's always considered to be a great bowler in India, getting the old ball to reverse. Here he showed us for the very first time that he is also a very potent bowler overseas. And this could be a turning point in his career.
Right. I think our team played well, and I think more than well, we could say right now. Let's see how the last match now goes on. Nikhil, apart from all the players we have discussed about and the 4-test match, let's talk about the 5th match that is happened to be played at Old Trafford. What do you think that are things we can take out from the 4th match and the players we can look up to specifically?
Yes, apart from the players we discussed, the performance at the Oval was a team performance. Right. Almost everyone contributed. Cheteshwar Pujara got a very good half century under pressure. Also, Virat Kohli scored 50 and 44 in the match and showed his class. Also, Rishabh Pant, I mean, it was very important. He hadn't scored a 50 for some time, and he scored a resilient 50, curbing his natural game in the second innings. So I think these are the good takeaways India can take away from this Test match. And because it was a team performance, we can stand in good stead starting for the 5th Test as Manchester at Old Trafford. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Nikhil, for your time. It was really fun chatting with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It was a memorable day for everyone. India has 2-1 lead in the 5-test match series. The next fort to conquer is Old Trafford, and the last match will be played on 10th of September. That's all in for today's edition of Summer of 21. For more updates, keep watching News 9.